this is like a criminal. Everybody know me, they say that she go. Lipstick liner, lashes for celebrities. And if she looking good, then you say she be. Oh, you think you know me? Probably Instagram. Reposting my picture saying you're a fan. No need for a filter, cause my beat is ill. Have you looking good? Man, if looks could kill.
Hey guys, thanks so much for joining me. So Huda Beauty went and sent me her newest palette. Just a stunning palette. There's a look at the inside. I'm going to give you my honest review. Also, something new in this video is that Sigma Beauty created these beauty blenders. I'll be reviewing them as well. It's got that flat edge. So if you care to see how I did this look, then stay tuned. I feel like it doesn't happen too often that I don't at least have to bring in one color from outside, but with this, I did not. I'd say it's 100% efficient, mainly because it's got that black in there. It's got a black and a dark brown. I'm gonna start here. This is Demure, this color. This is the second Huda palette that I've owned. I think the first one was called Desert Rose. And overall, I thought that it would be good only for a fair-skinned person. It was the first Huda product I've ever used, and I wasn't terribly thrilled about it for my skin complexion. But this one is completely different. A lot of similar colors, but the color payoff is way better than that Desert Rose was. You could see, you know, with a few applications, I already have a great color deposit. I'm using a Sigma E40 and I'm bringing that all the way in and carrying it all the way out. And every single color that I use is like this. Like, none of them were better than the other, which was also something that was different about the Desert Rose palette. I felt like some of the colors, it was like an instant gratification. Others, I really had to build on them to get them to show up. But with this one, all the colors are awesome. Okay, I'm gonna go into Man Eater. It's a very rosy paint, like you see right off the bat. That's a whole lot of color. I'm using a smaller brush so as not to carry it too high. Totally different result. So she definitely stepped it up. I'm just making sure the two are merging together by picking up my fluffier brush. Didn't add any more product. Now I can go into this dark brown, keeping that even closer to the crease, giving the look some depth. This brush is a MAC 221. Okay, now I want to take a pencil brush from Sigma, and I'm going to go into this black color that's in the Huda palette. Y'all know I love a situation where you could work entirely out of one palette. I'm putting that directly into my crease and carrying it all the way in. That was just one application. I didn't have to double dip. I want to go into our dark brown again. And I did add some product because that black was so harsh that I just knew whatever was left over on my brush was not going to be enough to merge the two together and make them seamless. Just adjusting now at this point. Okay, and I absolutely love this gold. It's like ridiculously gold. Named appropriately 24K, because you know how 24 karat gold is like deeper than 14 or 10. I see what you did there, Huda. Putting that on the lid. And once again, look at the color payoff with just one application. I'm going to go into this pink. Put that on the second portion of the eye and merge it into my gold. I'm picking up the brush that we applied the gold with and just making sure that it's kind of overlapping correctly. And I'm going to do the same with the black color. Taking my finger. Now, do I love this black as much as my go-to black, which is Urban Decay's Blackout? No, it's not as strong, but still, I love any palette that includes both a black and a dark brown. It's just like you can get anything done. You could smoke out anything with black and dark brown. So if that's the only black you have, then by all means, it is certainly good enough. And create an edge for myself. Just the other day, somebody asked me in my comments, they said, what's the difference, or what differences are there when you do like editorial or, runway or TV? And I said, the makeup that I do is just the makeup that I do. And it pretty much doesn't vary. But a huge difference is time. Time restraints are huge. So if you're doing like runway and you got to bang out a bunch of models, then you just have to work on your speed. So one of the biggest things to learn in that process is not to be too anal. Like, you have to remove trying to get something absolutely perfect and just move on. So I'm going to apply that, practice what I teach right here. Not that I'm in a rush, but it's just not like I looking at it and it looks blended. I don't know what else I could do. And I feel like the more I add to it, the more muddy it's going to get. So I'm going to leave well enough alone and just hope that when I turn the camera off and I look at it like on my computer, that it's going to look like it looks like in person. I hope. So moving along, Sigma Cosmetics sent me their line of beauty blenders. And I gotta tell you, I love this concept because of that flat side. I always just use the Beauty Blender brand. I don't even know if they have this at this point, the kind that has a sharp edge. The super pointed tip is for detail application. And yes, I agree. When I buy my beauty blenders, I make sure that I'm getting a solid point, because sometimes the point is rounded and sometimes you can buy them and the point is sharp. I much prefer the sharp tip. And just like Beauty Blender, it like doubles in size when you wet it. So what you're supposed to do with any one of these sponges is you just run it under water and you squeeze it and squeeze it and squeeze it until it can't take any more water. And then it gets bigger and bigger and bigger. And it's much more pliable when you go to use it. If you use it dry, you can't squeeze it and make it more narrow. It's just more pliable. So they sent two others. Just these are the different colors that they offer, I guess. They're all the same thing though. So I'm going to go take this bad boy, run it underwater, and you'll see it'll get way bigger in size. There you have it. And what I do, I run it underwater until it can't take any more water. And then I'll take a towel or a napkin and wring out the excess water so that it's not like still saturated. I'm going to use MAC Studio Finish Concealer. Still going to apply that with a concealer brush, even though that blender has such a good point on it. I'm used to what I'm used to. It would be hard to apply it with a sponge. First of all, how am I going to dig in here and get the proper product amount onto it? Second of all, it's just easier to use something thin. This is a MAC concealer brush. Okay, and definitely digging that flat edge, man. And the harsh point of it allows me to get right up against the tear duct. That's still not to say that you can't use the rounded part. Like, I still could have flipped this from foundation and used this side for highlight and just squeezed it and, same way I would do the Beauty Blender that is rounded on both sides. It's absolutely still usable. You don't need like a ton of them. If you're only doing makeup on yourself, you really just need one. But if you enjoy the flat side, then get two. Okay, so I completed the other eye and the eyebrow. So what I did was first I took Inglot, their gel liner. Taking an angled brush from MAC Cosmetics. I just followed the line that I made for myself. I don't like a huge thick line on my eye because a lot of my lid disappears when my eye is open. So I'll just take some of that black and put it right at the tear duct. Carry it up a little bit further. just to conceal my lash, but won't even bother making it connect to the wing. I'll just leave it like that. From Love Lashes, these are the Dallas lashes. Plucking that on. Okay, for the lower lash line, I'm going to take Risque. This color here. Taking a pencil brush, I'm carrying that across. It's going across my whole lash line, carrying it pretty low. Then I could take my same gel liner from Inglot and line the inside of my eye. Then take a pencil and go right against my lash line. So the Inglot is just for the inner eye, and then I'm smudging it out. I want to take my pencil brush again and just start to add a little bit more of that purple and kind of merge the black with the dark purple, the Risque color that we put down. And I want to take a little bit of this color, the Blessed Gold color here. Just going to put a dab of that in the inner tear duct. I'm going to take my spiked brow pencil and begin to fill in the brow. Small strokes. Then I'm going to take this pencil from Benefit Cosmetics, Precisely My Brow Pencil. Filling it in with that. Okay, and for this depth that I have right here, I want to take henna. That really makes it dramatic. A little mascara. This is Melanie Mills Gleam. Gonna use Spice Girl. And the lip liner as well. Ah, so pretty. This color is amazing. So I love it. I especially love, and I will use the palette again because that color payoff was amazing. I hope that she comes out with more like this. Let me know if there's anything else of hers that you would like to see. Please subscribe and like this video. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram as well. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Hope you liked it, and I'll see you right back here soon. Bye.